Hey YouTube fam, what is happening? Are you starting to feel that elbow pain when you go to the gym and you do certain exercises like pushing, like bench pressing or doing triceps? It starts to get quite annoying, isn't it? And that kind of thing happened to me. Hasn't happened for a while now, but I started to get some elbow tendonitis. Okay, and it definitely starts to get aggravated, especially when I push things and I use any of my elbow. And it feels so bad, right guys? And I wanted to help you in this video to try to avoid any elbow tendonitis in the future. So I'm going to give you some tips on how to go about your training and to kind of reduce your weights a little bit, increase your intensity, and obviously focus on that nice form to help you avoid any injuries and things like that, especially with your elbows. Keeping your whole body and especially those elbows functional, which is obviously really important as you want to train, you want to stay in the gym for as long as possible, injury free and training happy, making those natural gains. Alright guys, because I don't want to waste your time, I'm going to get straight into it. So the first tip I want to give you is when you do close grip bench pressing, okay, at the gym, you want to keep those elbows quite close, but flare them out a little bit more than you usually do, right? Because the closer you go, it does put a lot more stress on those triceps and on those elbows especially. So imagine if you're going 100 kilos and you're keeping those elbows so close together. Yes, you are getting a good tricep workout, but you're placing an excessive stress on those elbows and you're pretty much just damaging your elbows way too much, right? That you don't really need to. So you can just flare your elbows out just slightly. Okay, you're still going to get an amazing tricep workout, but you're going to place a lot less stress on those elbows. You're going to keep them healthy as well, right? So flare those elbows out a little bit more and then press all the way through, right? So tip number one, definitely keep those elbows a little bit further out than you normally do, and perhaps reduce your weight a little bit as well. So if you're struggling to hit 6 reps, definitely try to go at least 8 to 10 reps, so reduce the weight a little bit more. And focus on that intensity, right? So do the reps a little bit more slower, a little bit more controlled. You'll get a much better workout and your elbows will thank you as well. Alright guys, tip number 2 that I want to give you is when you do skull crushes and when you do tricep extensions as well. Yes, they're amazing workouts for that long head of the triceps and they do build a lot of size, but the problem is when your elbow is in that position, right, and you're going excessively heavy, it does place a lot of stress on your elbow, right? So if you're going extremely heavy and you're really struggling to push that weight, you're just breaking your elbows apart, literally, right guys? So what you want to do, you want to drop the weight a little bit. So perhaps drop your weight by a couple of kilos and focus on that strict controlled form and getting that nice stretch at the bottom. Right, so slow down your tempo, get that nice stretch at the bottom, and your triceps will love it. I guarantee you, you'll build a lot of muscle and your elbows will stay nice and healthy, right? So slow down your tempo, 2 to 3 seconds down, okay, really control those negatives and then explode on the way up. Don't lock your elbows as well. That's another very, very important tip, guys. Never lock those elbows when you do close grip bench pressing or skull crushes. Never lock those elbows because that just damages your elbows way too much, right? So you want to stay just short of lockout, okay? Still keeping the tension on the muscle, but not locking those elbows, okay? That's a very, very important thing. Alright guys, so those 2 tips I definitely recommend. I can't stress enough how much you should take care of those things, right guys? Sort them out in your next training session and fix those elbows in the future. You want to stay injury free, you want to stay in the gym, happily training and making those natural gains. Right guys, thanks so much for watching this video. If you found those tips helpful to fix those elbows, please make sure to like and subscribe to my channel for lots more great videos, tips, vlogs, eating videos, all kinds of good stuff for you guys coming every few days. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate your support in liking, subscribing. Hope to see you in my next video and stay natural.